We need morning theme show music.
Yeah. Good morning, America.
America.
How are y'all this morning? I'm joined. I'm joined by my ever faithful sidekick, Todd, the season picker.
This seasoned.
Good morning, Victoria. Oh, excuse me. Good morning, Victoria. How are you this morning? She is just too damn chipper this early in the morning.
Perky, perky, perky.
She must get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and have 12 cups of coffee before then. Good morning, Harbor's Hope. Good morning, Lag. Bum Crack. It's always a pleasure to see you or see that you're in the chat listening.
No, I think it's just natural joy coming off of Victoria. I think she's just a happy person and likes to see other people happy as well.
Good morning, Anissa. Oh, wow. So, no, I haven't seen your fidget spinner, Lag. So your mom's still in the hospital having your mother-in-law is still in the hospital having tests done. I know everybody's got her in their thoughts and prayers. Got
Yep.
Gwen and you in thoughts and prayers too, because I know you're worried about her. Good morning, Mike. Okay.
And this has been kind of AWOL for a few days.
Yeah, where you been?
She's a busy person.
Well, back to school's going on, so she's probably out shopping. Um, she's probably been out buying that shopping cart full of crap that the teachers say that they need for school. Being that she's got two in school, two 14-year-olds, I believe.
Thanks, Anissa. She's been driving. Driving. Are you doing DoorDash or something now, Anissa?
She's making that cash, yeah. She's probably driving at this time of day. If school started, um, she's probably driving kids to school.
Stock trading on the screen in the what screen in the back? I don't see a screen.
No, that's just managing my empire back there. I should have cleared it out on that screen behind me.
I don't see a screen behind you. Let me look at the YouTube side. Oh yeah, there it is.
Um,
Yeah, on the StreamYard, so on the EvMux side, I just got like a vertical portrait of you.
oh, do you? Um, oh, your schools doesn't start there till 31st. Dang, y'all starting late.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, he had to go over to the. I don't know why it's doing that. I need to send in a note to Evie Mux and ask him about that. Uh, guy, our schools start Monday.
Yeah, we've been going almost a week. I think a week tomorrow they started.
Well, we have a couple of school districts in town in the state that is um, that's is going to an all year round school. And so, like, they have July off. They have bunches of months off. Um, Christmas is like from it's like 4 weeks instead of 2 weeks, and um, of course, the parents are having mixed reviews, and daycares having big, if they have after school programs, or all flipping out about it. But two of my kids was on a year round school time season, and we liked it. I mean, you just adjust your schedule to it, and that's what people are going to do. They're just going to have to adjust. Everybody's going to daycares that keep your kids after school and stuff like that are going to just adjust, rewrite their program. Let me tell you, I have one son that went to public school because the private school they went to, they only had 10. The max that they would have in class is 10. So they kind of micromanaged. And my son Nick, he was not one to be micromanaged. Just tell him what you want done, and he'll do it. Or if he has problems, he'll ask you about it. So that didn't work out, and we went to we moved him over to public school because he's one of 30 kids, and micromanaging is not something they're big on. So when he went into high school, I went to high school orientation, and they were talking about the dress code. Oh, we have the lovely Miss Victoria.
Oh, the show
And
just got perky.
yeah, we got to be real happy now. But these people were asking, they were talking, this was ninth graders, orientation for ninth graders. And there was parents talking about.
I'm trying to point at Victoria, but it's not
Point
working.
down.
Point
down.
She's down below us.
There she is.
They were talking about dress code and what was, spaghetti straps, blouses and whatnot acceptable on female students. And people were saying, well, what if my daughter wants to wear a sundress that has spaghetti straps? And the vice principal that was doing the presentation, the orientation, she's like, she can't wear them. It's got spaghetti straps. That kind of stuff. And they were just asking questions about it. It's like, how damn stupid can you be? Pardon my opinion, but that's what the dress code is. And I know people are saying, well, they have the right to express themselves. When they get to a job, they're not going to have the right to express themselves. They're going to have to wear what the dress code is. And a friend of mine's son worked for a company that was just bought by a different company, and their dress code is they have to wear a suit and tie to work. They're going very business, and probably the reason why they bought their company because it was kind of not doing too well. But your tail is hitting the keyboard, honey. Stop.
Not mine. Not mine.
Quit talking to Victoria like that.
How dare you, Tom?
So, I was just kind of like, and a couple of other parents that I knew that my son knew that was there, we were talking afterwards, and we're like, which we all have sons. So it was not like we had to worry about spaghetti straps. But, it's like, that's what the dress code is. You got to be, it's time to start being a grown up now, even though they want them to still be kids. You got to follow the rules. No, Roxy's laying right here between me and my keyboard, and her tail flips over and it hits the keyboard, and so it makes my.
I knew what you were talking about, but still, it was too funny to not pass up.
What's wrong, Todd? You not got out of bed yet? I mean, Scott. See, Victoria started this morning with calling everybody by the wrong name.
Oh, Tom's been doing that for years, Victoria.
Yeah, I know. It's just a sign of old age.
Don't feel bad about missing names. Tom is not good at it.
So, yeah, I called him Todd at first this morning. And then I forgot, and I'm like, no, I know it's Thom. I know it's Thom.
Yeah. People ask, because until I graduated from high school, I was Tommy. And
Oh,
when I
really?
graduated from high school, I became Thom because that's a grown-up name.
You became a big boy.
I became a big boy.
You didn't want a little boy name.
So people always ask me, did I spell my name Thommy? And I thought to myself, no, I didn't, but hell, I should have, just to mess with people. But then again,
Tommy.
yeah, Thommy. I'm big on the Egyptian history and that kind of thing, and the Ptolemies, the kings, it started out P. The P was silent, or at least in English. So I said I should have really messed with them. I should have spelt my name PTHLMY.
Hey, it's not too late.
No, yeah, it would have been cute when I was a little boy, but now that I'm an old man, that's not too hot.
You could have had your YouTube channel, PH, however you spelled that.
Yeah. Yeah, I was marching with Moses, Felix. But yeah, if anybody calls our house and asks to speak to Tommy, Roberta knows that it's either an old friend or a family member, because I still have family members that call me Tommy.
What was baby Jesus like? He held baby Jesus for the first time.
It was amazing. You should have been there. I don't know why they think I'm so. Todd, if they think I'm so old, I hate to see where it puts you.
That's why Todd never shows his face, because he doesn't want him to call him old.
Those nativity scenes always had halos behind people's heads.
Yeah.
What happened to yours, Tom?
I don't know. I was never that. Good morning, baseball. Did they say the male species is dying out? Well, that's because people are letting it.
Where do you see that at?
Todd, tell her where to find the chat at.
Well, I'm looking at the chat, but I don't see baseball.
It's right beneath where Lag says Tom what was baby Jesus really like? Baseball 7. There. I'll put it up there.
I don't see that.
Okay, do you see it on the screen now?
Yeah, I see it on the screen, but I don't see that in YouTube chat.
Okay, it might be a little bit delayed.
Oh, you know what? Show chat. Oh, but then it takes me completely out. How do I get back?
Oh.
Okay, got it.
Sorry, I was battling with the lag, and I forgot about you, Scott. You know what a nuisance he can be.
I had to come on here and correct lag. There's no way he was there to hold baby Jesus, because the Bible said there were 3 wise men. That rules out Tom.
Oh, yeah, they don't see it either. Is that in Facebook?
No, I'm looking at the chat. Wait a minute. Let me.
Yeah. They brought gold, frankincense, and myrrh, and Tom brought beer.
Okay. Wait a minute. I got to get rid of this because I don't have my headset on. Okay.
Beer for Jesus.
Hit live chat, then you see it. Okay, let me look.
Instead of little drummer boy, it was little piano boy, Tom.
Yeah, yo.
I only see it if it's on live chat. Wait, what'd you just say?
Instead of little drummer boy, it was little piano boy, Tom.
Okay. I'm sure you weren't listening this morning, but one morning I was over on Scott's show, and one of the guys that's on there, John, he had this really nice backdrop, and there's a baby grand piano sitting back over here, and the fireplace behind him. And I asked him, I said, and I was all serious. I said, John, do you or your wife play the piano? And it wasn't a damn real room. It was he had a green screen that was behind him. And so that's what the joke now. Because John's apparently doing pretty well in his life, and like he's got this big expensive motorhome, and it just looked like a really nice house and something that you would expect John to live in. And then all of a sudden, after they start laughing, I see this ghost move through the room, and it was his wife passing behind him. And, of course, she was not fully enveloped by the green screen. And so that's been a joke now. So one of these days when I can get a bigger house so I can get the baby grand out, I'll have to play some tunes for you. I'll play my rendition of Lady Gaga Paparazzi or
There you
something.
go. Yeah, there you go.
Lag says that's the moment Tom learned what a green screen was.
Baseball. Yes. Now I can see you. See you.
I would say lag you're banned from going over to Victoria's channel, but
I've seen him there. He's
He's
been there.
been there before.
I hope he's behaving himself. I don't want to have to put him in
He behaves. He
time out.
behaves. He's good.
Okay.
He just doesn't behave on your channel.
Yeah. See, I can't ban him because he's good for viewership.
So that's what size you need, Victoria. That thing's
What
full.
the hey? I got this little tiny thing, and he's got that big old thing.
I know I've already drank all of this.
When you say you drink 1 cup of coffee, that is at least 2, my friend.
I know I ran 2 K-cups and an espresso shot in them.
Oh my gosh.
I'm ready.
Good morning, Maggie. It's good
Let
seeing
me see
you.
yours, Todd. That's a big one too.
Yeah.
Y'all talk amongst yourself. Let me go get my coffee cup out of the coffee maker.
Holy.
Mom made dinosaur pancakes. Oh my golly.
All right, this is your public service announcement. These assholes who are trying to control us, they're trying to put you back in mass next month, folks. How many of you in the chat are going to fall for this shit again and wear a mask? I will never. I don't care what it is. They can all kiss my ass. They can throw me out. They can do whatever.
I got my mask.
Oh,
You'll be so
see
cute.
that on you.
You'll be so cute.
I do have my own mask too.
That is covering up the wrong part of your face.
Yeah, Roberta Victoria, if you don't know, that's my wife. She has to go back to the office 3 days a week now, so she's going to stagger like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Oh, jeez.
And then yeah, he's such a doofus. Then she's going to do like next week she's going to do Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So the following week she'll do Monday, Tuesday, and Tuesday and Wednesday because it's Labor Day.
I'd forget.
So she doesn't have to keep repacking her laptop. Yeah. But we had an article here in Charlotte saying that because there was a rise in the cases of, the pandemic, they might have to start taking precautions about it again. So, being that Roberta had a liver transplant, she is highly susceptible to stuff. Yeah. So she's going to use that as a reason to work from home again all the time.
You know what I tell them?
Well, she makes too much money to do that.
No, I'm talking about the mask folks. I'm out.
It's going to just send us into another economic tailspin because we have learned between food line drop-offs, Walmart.
When you made the entire country so mad that they hate your fucking guts, and then we're so mad we'll elect Trump again, you got to have it's all about the voting, folks. This is all about keeping control. This is all about mail-in ballots and, being able to have a water pipe burst, and we're going to pull out just cases of votes to run through when nobody's looking. Yeah, this is. And if you say something about it, we're gonna arrest you. When have we had enough, folks?
I had COVID 3 times, and one time was really bad. It took me forever to get over it. And I had all the vaccinations, and I got the vaccinations because Roberta had a liver transplant. Yeah, and I wanted to make sure that she was safe. Hell, I'm the one that got sick, and she had the vaccinations too. But I'm the one that got sick 3 times after I had the vaccinations, and
It's because you went there and said, "Hey, I'd like to have COVID, please,"
yeah.
and they gave it to you. I'd
Well,
like to have it again. I'd like to have it again.
my lovely wife, she's part of the radical right with Scott. She's a follower of and she believes that the vaccination is the reason I had the heart attack.
Ooh.
I would,
Um,
I would not bet against it
I do I look old today. I really do. That's the reason I'm going to go in and
today.
shut up. I was just thinking that before Scott, when I was on the screen by myself before Todd came in, I was like, God, you look old today. So I got to call.
Aw.
I got to call my local Avon or Mary Kay lady and say, "You got something you can, some kind of toner or something."
Oh my gosh, you're gonna start wearing makeup?
I'm gonna have to because I look so dead. But see, because of the meds of my own, I'm not supposed to be out in the sunshine. A
There's
lot out in the sun.
there's not about Botox in the world to fix you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, there's.
Flag thinks you look great, Tom.
Thank you. I appreciate that. If you're ever going up, if you're ever going on I-85, excuse me, I-40 between Hickory, North Carolina, and Asheville, North Carolina. Actually, it's between Hickory and Morganton, North Carolina, which is headed towards Asheville.
You're
Up,
lost. That's a
up,
shithole area.
yeah, you are. Listen, up on the mountainside is a sign that says Botox injections reasonably priced.
Oh my
And I
gosh.
told Roberta, I said, okay, who the hell is going to stop on the side of a interstate to get Botox because it's reasonably priced? It's molded up, is sign, and it's the sign right beside the office.
Was it a handwritten sign?
No, it was printed, but it just it just kind of.
That's somebody who's been riding up and down I-95 and saw all the damn signs south of the border and decided, maybe they got a good idea.
Yeah,
Get your shot right there in the parking lot of the truck stop.
Probably not. They probably just come out there and maybe use a alcohol swab and then give you the injection right there.
It'll be very interesting to see how many people say, will I be the only, when I walk in the store, will I be the only one looking around without a mask on? I'm like, I just, the people at Walmart, the greeters at the door would ask you about it when they first started and they were giving them out, and I'd pull one out of my pocket and say, no, I'm okay. And I'd act like I was putting it on, I just put it back in my other pocket.
You know what? I was going into Publix. I was going into Publix because I really like Publix, and they're actually building one close to me. So that's what.
Because you're rich. That's why.
Yeah, and I went in one time and I forgot my mask, and I walked in the door, and the lady behind the customer service desk said, "So you have to have a mask on." I said, "Okay, unless you got one that I can have." When I walk back up to my car, I'm getting in my car, and I'm going to just go down to the Food Lion because I can park a lot closer to the store. And she said, no, we've got some. If you need one, here you go, sir. I'm just not, if they want to mandate it, they better have the mask available because I'm old, I'm forgetful, and I'm not walking to a store and then turn around and walk back.
Okay, Felix, here you go. I'm going to help defend others, and I'm going to help everybody else from not getting sick. Don't believe a word out of their fucking mouths. Don't get a damn shot. Don't wear a fucking mask. Get you some dewormer pills. To hell with these folks. There you go. Public service now.
If we were having a flu epidemic here in Charlotte, then I would have no problems wearing a mask because that is, you can catch that easy. Apparently, you can catch it easier than COVID. But
I think I had it one time. I never got tested because to hell with them folks.
I got tested 3 times.
For the first 2.5 years, I went through 14 states. I traveled like 30-some thousand miles, and who knows how many Walmarts and Rite Aids and shit and Walgreens I was in. and how many people I ran into. All you have to do is not talk to them. If you're an introvert and not talk to anybody,
What did you say you got, Tom?
Me,
Yeah.
I had COVID 3 times.
No, but what was the other thing that you said you caught?
Oh, well, I mean, I had the flu
heart
too,
attack.
but
Oh, the flu.
yeah,
Jeez.
He caught a heart attack.
The
yeah, I
flu.
caught a
Okay.
heart attack too. Um,
He blames that on my show because he was listening to me when he.
Victoria, it's Wednesday night. I'm sitting here at my desk, just listening to Scott and some other people talking, and then all of a sudden it felt like somebody was sitting on my chest. I never had one. I did not have one of these where I grab my chest and I'm in amazing pain. I just felt like somebody was sitting on my chest. So I went and told Roberta, and she said, "Well, we better run out to the
I
ER
took
and get
my
you checked
COVID
out."
shot and I feel just fine.
Jeez.
I,
Me
I
too.
hey, bro, I tested the COVID shot on Franklin. I'll show you what happened.
COVID shots.
I just, um,
Ah.
I just don't think it did anything. I think it caused more problems than it did. And Joanna Parrish is part of the Scots. Joanna and Roberta are both followers in the Church of the Bearded Pig, the radical right.
Those are
Oh
freaky,
Lord.
Todd. Those are freaky.
Felix
Ah.
Felix lives in the Middle East. It's too damn hot for anything to survive out there.
So I said, Franklin, come on, buddy. You're the newest one in the family. You got to protect Daddy. Take the COVID shot. Surely it won't do nothing to you. Then look, all this,
Oh, that's cute.
poor baby.
That's, that's the little robot dog from the little skeleton dog from not the Princess Bride, the other bride.
The other bride.
Yeah, the one where about the people that are dead. The bride
Oh,
and her husband are. Isn't that
yeah.
a Disney
I've never
video?
seen it, but I know what you're talking about.
Okay,
But it's not something bride, is it?
It was a Tim Burton film, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah,
no, it's not.
yeah,
No, it's not the Nightmare. It's the one. It's where. Let me Google it. Hang on a minute.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, I bet that was so cute, Anissa.
Corpse Bride.
What is it?
The Corpse Bride.
I haven't seen that.
Well, it was a Tim Burton one. It's kind of off the wall.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, Beetlejuice. See, that's what we do when
That's an old one.
Beetlejuice.
that's the thing that Todd and I do. If we would need Scott in here, we'll go bearded picker, bearded picker, bearded picker.
I put a treat right there. And mashed the button. Franklin ran away. Phoebe knocks it over to get the treat, and Franklin runs away.
What the heck? Where are you getting these crazy things from?
I bought a tote full of Halloween decorations at the auction.
I hope you got them listed.
I'm gonna list them today.
People buying that stuff now.
I'm gonna tell you what. People are really getting carried away with this Halloween decoration. They at Lowe's they have it's got to be 8 foot tall Grim Reaper animatronic.
Somebody has one of those in my neighborhood. I saw it last year.
It's huge.
It's huge. It's as tall as the ceiling on their house.
Yeah, it's huge.
No, don't sell those dolls to Victoria. Victoria will refuse delivery.
Have y'all seen the video with the one that when Harlan posted that creepy ass thing they gave him for free 2 weeks ago? Oh my god! I got a picture of it. Don't worry.
But it's
Dang.
now see when my boys were little, everybody that lived in our area in our neighborhood were old people, so there were no other children, so they didn't trick or treat here. So we had to go someplace else to trick or treat.
You went to trick or treat?
My kids did.
Oh, your kids.
Yeah. When I said I meant taking the kids. It's always we when you're referring to your children because you participate in everything. We were in Cub Scouts. First time I was in Cub Scouts was like in 1965. And then again, I started it again when my boys started Cub Scouts. And of course, you have to be involved in everything. And so I always say I was in Cub Scouts twice.
Adults really
we like you say we like you were one of them weird ass Cub Scout masters.
No.
Adults really could trick or treat. All they have to do is have a costume that doesn't show their face or anything, and then use a weird, please, mister, can you give me some more?
My best friend lived in a neighborhood that after, like, at about 9:30, the adults would start going around trick or treating with like wine glasses. They'd go around with wine glasses.
For those of you who hadn't seen it.
Ooh, no, thank you.
Yeah, that's Harlan. That's Harlan taking. You guys see the creepy ass shoes on this thing too? The leather shoe. I mean, it's the dress was dirty. The lady's like, Harlan's like, I used to have a haunted attraction. How much for her? She goes. The lady's wife came out from beside. She's like, get rid of that damn thing, free.
That looks like that little girl in Walking Dead. That.
Yeah. India, that kind of freaked me out. I have a video where I went into a costume store and they had all the animatronics, and there was like 4 little kids that were moving around in a circle singing "Ring Around the Rosies," and it was so freaking creepy. I'm thinking to myself, God, I would love to have that in my front yard. We'd never have any kids come up there, especially if they had to walk past it. It was just really, really creepy.
I need some entertainment today. I think I'm gonna stop by Walgreens on the way out of here and light up all the little things so everything barks and carries on at one time.
A buddy of mine has a daughter, and when she was little, she collected the little critters that would talk to each other. You know what I'm talking about? The little plastic things. Some of them were fuzzy, but most of them were like hard plastic. And they were
Furbies?
Yes.
Oh.
She had one of every one that was out, and he said at night he'd walk, go past her bedroom to go to the kitchen, and he said those things would just be sitting in there just talking to each other.
Mm-mm.
And he said he'd look in the door and you could see all, because their eyes light up when they talk. You see all these little lights flashing, and his little girl was just like sleeping through it. Didn't bother her a bit.
It's sad, Tom, that Todd's buddy looks younger than you.
Yeah, kiss my ass. Not on the right side, not on the left side.
Kissy, kissy. Kissy.
I'm surprised. They used to have haunted houses, and they still do now at Halloween time. But with the stuff that they have out now, you could have a hellacious.
Sorry.
You could have a hellacious.
We're having a serious discussion here. Sorry.
That's all right.
When did that start? I was not given the memo when the serious part of the show started.
John, we have those pop-ups too, but it's part of a big costume company that's out of Charlotte. So they'll set them up in the surrounding towns, but then after it's over with, they take all their merch back to their main store.
You costumes. Said pop up. I'm like, Lord have mercy. Where's he going with this?
Why is there frowny faces on? Why do they use a frowny face?
Where at?
On Todd's picture.
That's not a frowny. I think that's supposed to be that's his shoulders and a head.
It looks like a one-eyed frowny face.
There's a meme out. It's like it's time to go to the toilet or something like that. But it's the light on it's the light on your dashboard, and it means like low oil or something like that. It's just people's interpretation of it.
Yeah, it looks like he's using the bathroom.
Wow.
It's a flesh wound.
What the heck?
Oh Lord.
Is he sitting on his hands, Todd?
It's his feet.
No, it's his hand. Well, he has hands there too, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, they're kind of tucked in with the. It hadn't been unpackaged. It's still brand new skeleton.
Victoria, you live in Florida, correct?
Yeah.
Do y'all have a lot of trick or treaters in your neighborhood, or is that kind of dying out?
No, we do. We had more trick or treaters in our old neighborhood, but this one has quite a few. There's quite a few children that live in this neighborhood.
It's I think it's like all churches are having fall festivals now, and
They do trunk or treats. Churches.
yeah.
That's where I used to take my kids, is the trunk or treats. Squatty potty.
Squatty potty.
Silence, I kill you.
Way back when I started doing first videos, I posted some sales that I had, and one of them was a big old. It was like a clown cafe in L.A. And Teresa, is it Teresa? The Texas.
Was your first video on one of them little Kodak brownie cameras?
No. Anyway, she said, I would have watched your video if I'd have known there was going to be a clown in it, because I hate clowns. Well, that's a good question. We do talk about a little bit of reselling. We talk a little politics. We talk about health and fitness. That's the corpse bride there.
That's the freakiest one of them all. Is that just the bust? Oh, it's the whole thing?
Well, she looks like the corpse bride.
Dang.
We're a little bit of everything on here. You got a topic to talk about? We'll talk about it.
The creepiest thing is this. One of my viewers sent this and said, I found you as a Funko Pop.
That does look like you. That
And
does.
He's even holding a gun.
Who is it supposed to be?
Casa de Sol or something?
That's
Casa de Soleil is a character. I got the box right here somewhere. I don't know where it is.
That's funny. Anissa says, is it wearing an Alabama shirt? Oh, it can be. I think it can be. I'm going to get some more coffee. I'll be right back.
Fixing to.
Aw, I got a frowny face too.
Well, if you need to upload a little icon, because if you get that.
Well, where do you do that at?
I'll have to look and see.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right. I like Jeff Dunham too. But you know what? He addresses like when he was in Muslim nations and stuff like that, couldn't take Ahmed.
He took Ahmed over there. They demanded that he do Ahmed.
Well, yeah, but he was Jacques, the French terrorist.
They just couldn't have him. Have you seen him talk about it? Where he talk about him and Julio Iglesias? They both say the same thing. You know, we're out in the middle of nowhere to a big tent where, like, they want to put us all in jail forever and execute us in town, but out in the desert, you can do whatever you want.
Alabama. We're not talking about Alabama. Todd will go put on his. I mean, Scott. See, old timers. Scott will go put on his little Alabama cheerleading outfit and start cheering for you. No, Tom. That was only in Malaysia. Yeah, that was Malaysia. Because when he was in the Middle East, he was what's his name? The old guy, Walter. Walter was going.
Yeah,
he's looking around at the audience, and he's like, "You're not bringing out, you're not bringing him out, are you?"
In the last couple of months, he's been in our area, so he's not been canceled.
Yeah, he's
out touring right now. Jeff Dunham is.
They would cancel The View before they would cancel Jeff Dunham, because he just he plays it all over. He seems to be a conservative, just from his comments and whatnot. But he plays all over the political field, not to really offend anybody. Lag says you can move that doll. Because now Lag will be in his on his bunk bed in the basement at night, and he'll hear the door creaking, and he'll be wondering if it's coming down to get him. Yeah, I watch him on YouTube and Netflix, and and that's what you got to do. You got to offend everybody.
That's some of the best comedians. Who did I see the other day? What was his name? He was at one of these benefits for an actress. It was in the 80s. What's his name? Was it Don Wrinkle or somebody like that? And he insulted everybody there. But it was at the end of the thing, for whoever it was, it was for Shirley. What's her name? Famous actress Shirley
MacLaine.
Yeah, Shirley MacLaine was her big thing for her. And Don Rickles came up at the end and said, you've enriched her after he's messing with her and carried on with everybody, messed with Jack, messed with everybody in the room. He closes by saying, our lives are better for you being, you can kid people. I mean, and people were not so sensitive back then. And
we are very thin-skinned. My friends from the UK, they say that their relatives will laugh at about everything that we do over here, about how thin-skinned we are, and wow. Y'all, they said, it'd be easy to take y'all over again because y'all are such a bunch of whiny.
You want something funny? Watch Don Rickles and Shirley MacLaine. It's on YouTube somewhere. That's a good one. He's funny.
Don Rickles was funny as hell. He didn't care who he's talking to. He is making jokes to Ronald Reagan.
Those some good ones too with Reagan.
And have you ever watched Cat Williams?
Never even heard of them.
He's a skinny,
Cat was really funny. Cat was really funny, and they told him he went over the edge, and they tried to cancel him, and so they reeled him back in the last few years. But if you watch him up to about 2017, Cat Williams he's ridiculous. He kind of toes the line now.
He didn't care. He didn't care what he said because the people in the audience was laughing, and that's his job, to make the people in the audience laugh.
It must have gotten really bad for them to pull him back in today's day and age.
No, he went against the script against the Hollywood left.
Oh,
that a kidney stone the size of a quarter. I hope they used a sonic blaster on you instead of making you pass that thing.
Sorry, at least there's no cancer on that, because you've had so many problems with your life. You don't deserve cancer.
I just learned something new about my coffee maker.
What's that?
When you put
big girl, double X, big girl.
When you put the coffee pod in, it will actually read the pod. It told me what coffee I was having. It told me the brand and the type that I was having. It came across the screen.
Are you using K-cups?
Yeah. But how does it know what coffee pod I'm drinking? It was weird.
It's because, do you have what's it called, the Siri? Do you have one of those, or Alexa, one of those in your house?
Just on my phone.
About everything you're saying.
Just on my phone. But I didn't say I'm using Tully's coffee cup Italian roast. I mean, it didn't say, but it told me what I was using. It was weird.
I'm trying to decide, is the next one going to be another coffee or another Coke Zero?
Coffee.
I've started drinking.
Did you say coffee or beer?
Coke Zero.
Oh, Coke Zero.
They must be phasing out the Diet Cokes because they're kind of hard to find nowadays. And I actually like the Coke Zero better after I started drinking them.
They're not. The whole reason for Coke Zero is because of me and you. It's because because there's a stigma because Diet Coke was so many females drank it for so long, and they thought there was a negative stigma, and so that's why the Coke Zero, except for the black writing, looks so similar to a regular Coke
Yeah.
because it is aimed marketed and everything towards men.
But
I don't know if I agree with that. I
every
like Coke Zero better than Diet.
No, it is. You got, do a little reading. I promise you, I'm not making this up.
Huh.
Brew GPT. John says it's Brew GPT.
Probably is. It's the latest K-Cup Keurig machine.
Yeah.
Todd, my husband, had to have it, so we got it, and now it talks. It doesn't talk to us, but it tells us what our coffee is. It's weird.
You're married to a Todd?
Y'all got the
Yeah,
wrong.
I'm married to a Todd.
Well, you and Gwen need to pay. Gwen is Todd's wife. Y'all need to compare notes to see which one.
We should.
But your Todd is probably a lot younger than Gwen's Todd.
Is it Diet Pop's Diet Pop?
Yeah, it's still Diet Pop.
I call it soda.
Well,
Diet soda.
I call it pop too. I said, let's stop and get a pop. And people are looking at me like, what the hell are you talking about? Are
It
you from
depends
like
on.
New Jersey?
It's where you grew up.
Yeah.
What part of the country you grew up depends on what you call it.
I mean, it used to be Pepsi. Let's get a Pepsi, or let's get a Coke. It was, that was a generic word for a soda, because
What's your favorite, Pepsi or Coke products?
I like, as far as real Coke and real Pepsi, I can drink either one of them.
But which is your favorite?
I don't really have one.
Oh no, you got to have a favorite.
Nah, I'll go to a Coke before. But
I like Pepsi better.
I cannot stomach Diet Pepsi. That is harsh. Yeah.
He keeps pulling them out. Dang.
Yeah, you showing that machine right there. That's the one.
That's not mine. Is that yours?
Yeah. Because if you look in it, it'll do the pods on one side and the espresso shots on the other.
Oh, that's cool.
So you just pick on the top. On the top, you see where it's got two rows. One side's espresso, and one side's coffee. You just pick whatever side you're brewing. So that's why I tell you, when I ran 2 cups through it, and then I put an espresso shot in, it's because the machine will do them both.
That's pretty cool.
I had a cousin. He passed away probably about 3 years ago. He worked for Coca-Cola, and his job was he would go into fast food and quick shop stores where they have the fountain drinks, and he'd go in and he'd buy a small Coke, and then he would, after when he got back into his car, he had poured into a container that had a screw top on it and stick a label on it, and he would mail it back to Atlanta because they would analyze the mixture on it.
Huh.
So people know why the McDonald's drinks always taste different, and a lot of people thought it was because they were in metal containers. Because up until the 90s, all the syrups for them came in metal containers versus the boxes, but they switched over. But every 3 months, once a quarter, a Coke guy comes in, and what's called bricks is the machine. Measure. They got a little thing that'll separate the syrup from the carbonated water, and you got a little cup. You measure it, and it's got to be even on one side for regular drinks, and then turn around even on the other side for diet drinks. And that's why they always have the proper mixture of, where you go into a convenience store and it'll be too sweet or there won't be enough syrup, whatever. But it's because it's out of bricks. And speaking of bricks, they're going to fuck the dollar today.
The what?
The dollar, the bricks. The BRICS nations are trying to crash the dollar today or tomorrow.
Okay.
That's
why that's the secret to McDonald's drinks, is because they're fanatical. The partnership with McDonald's and Coke is so strong. They're fanatical about keeping the drinks in the proper ratio.
Huh. Well, I wish more restaurants would keep them in a proper ratio, because some of those you go in, they had diet Coke, and then they had Diet Dr Pepper. Both of them tasted nasty. I ended up with water at one of the restaurants I went to because they did not keep it in.
I have a good friend that works for. He was a Cub Scout dad too. Um, he works for Coca Cola Bottling here in Charlotte, which is the largest bottling. They're so big that they probably could buy Coke if they wanted to. The actual
Wow.
company. Um, anyway, I was going into a Burger King, and their sodas were never. They always were just never. The mixture was never right on them. And so I sent him an email one day, and I said, "Hey, you need to send your man by the Coke the the Burger King in Pineville to check their mixture because they're not right." And he emailed me about a week later and said, "Yep, you were right." He said, "I don't know when the last time that thing machine was clean,
Ew.
but
Ew.
because you're talking about syrup. Syrup is going to build up anyway." He
That's
said,
right.
The scary thing is not the drink machines; it's the fucking ice machines.
"Yeah,
If you've ever seen a commercial ice machine after it's gone a couple of years, ugh.
How can they get? I mean, it's ice. How can it get nasty?
because it
When you
splashes."
do it with cold water, just think about your air conditioner. Mine backed up yesterday. The sludge just in the water that drips in the drain and eventually will clog. Just imagine your ice machine in cold water running on. I can't tell you how many drains I had to unclog because of the buildup from what was in cold water.
Oh, that's gross.
That
Now,
sounds like Victoria's your breather thing, your
Oh yeah,
humidifier.
the humidifier. Oh, I got so
Victoria
sick.
gave herself a 1 month long disease by not
Oh,
cleaning her humidifier.
I didn't realize you had to clean them, and the water had set in there for like a month, and I just turned it on, and all
Uh,
night long. Oh, it was horrible. It made me so sick.
You got to use distilled water.
Yeah.
That's what I have a CPAP machine and I use the humidifier. I mean, you're told it's marked everywhere, distilled only because of what's in. Even filtered water still has stuff in it that would kill you,
yeah,
and because you're putting it right in your lungs with that CPAP machine. So
Felix, when we were in Russia, yeah, Russia, we no, excuse me, Ukraine. No, it was Russia. Uh, in Russia, they don't chill their sodas as cold as we do over here. It's more like just on the cool side of room temperature,
Todd,
and they have a different formula than we have because it's
stop,
been
stop, stop.
changed. It's been changed. Pepsi was changed because Roberta's a big Pepsi drinker. Uh,
hey,
the formula was changed for the change in the temperature that it's produced because they don't drink stuff on ice over there.
hey,
You have to pass the price.
Harbor's Hope, Ron, are you still here? I got something for you. I need you to accept the fact that you're going to hear this a lot this year.
Oh my God. Okay. I hope that wasn't a.
Oh, it's a version of the Alabama fight song. It's
Uh,
really,
uh,
Did you see what he put in the chat?
who, Ron? I ain't seen it yet.
Oh, Harbor said, "Kiss my."
Oh,
I was gonna tell you, Todd. You gotta stop. That looks like it's humping. Okay, you got it where the hands are, and you had it going up and down. It's like I can't believe you're doing that.
y'all just don't realize how bad the problem. Y'all don't realize how bad the problem. There you go, Ron. Get you some winners.
Oh my gosh.
you need some therapy.
He doesn't say anything. Unfortunately, he doesn't say anything. He just hangs out.
And
Um,
Tom, what you were saying, I wouldn't be able to drink it if it wasn't over ice. It's
they
got to be
don't drink.
cold.
You have to ask for stuff on ice down there.
Ugh, no.
There you go, Ron. You can go ahead, kiss.
Oh, jeez.
But this obsession with college sports. A buddy of mine in high school, his family was big Clemson fans, and
Take your
His
ass.
sister went to the University of South Carolina. Let me get this.
I don't think I have any.
Hey, Harlan.
All right, for your reselling, don't be scared to ship big stuff. So I paid $10 at an estate sale. I sold for $140 plus shipping.
Wow.
It goes in a 8 by 18, 18, 6, 18, 18, 16 box. The medium lows.
What do you do? Just bubble wrap the crap out of it?
You don't have a machine to make these?
I have a hand pump to make those. I don't have a machine.
Tom has a hand pump. Don't talk about it. You're muted, Tom.
No, he's not. Oh, yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
He must be talking on the phone.
I thought he was the one laughing, but it was Todd.
We're going to keep it clean. We have a lady on the show today. You don't hear such things on her show. We have to keep it clean.
Really? Have you ever been to my show?
It's the exact opposite. I also sold that. So from a TV to a Fitbit.
Hey, Tom, can you say Ozempic?
Ozempic?
No, say it like I say it.
Say it again.
I'm not saying it here.
Ozempic.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That's what a lot of people say is Ozempic. No, I was serious. Honestly, I don't think it does. Okay. You were talking about on your show. You were talking about that it's for like type 2.
Yeah.
If you're anywhere in the diabetic range, if you're just bumped into it, normally you can get it because they'll prescribe it because your sugar levels.
Not for type 1s. I'm type 1, and my insurance would not, because they said because I'm not type 2 that they wouldn't.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not even I'm not even in it at all anymore because I was just basically in range that my insurance company would pay for it. And but if they ever say no, they're not paying for it anymore, that's fine because all it does is honestly, this is not trying to be rude or anything. It gives me incredible gas.
They say that it slows down your digestive system, and so you feel full longer. That's probably why you're getting the gas.
I don't really feel like it's.
I wrote myself a prescription. It just said, "Put down the fork."
Yeah, that's just it. Well, because Roberta's on a real tight diet, I've made myself go on the diet, and we're trying to do the what is it you're on, Todd? Scott? Keto?
Keto.
We're trying to do that, but Roberta doesn't eat a lot of vegetables, and
I don't eat a ton of vegetables, but it's all about we put too much value of the pleasure of eating. 10 minutes after you're eating, your body doesn't know any different, and you don't know any different. So it's once you finally convince yourself that it's just if you remove that pleasure from it.
Yeah.
So what did Joni make last? So we had Joni made. I mean, she made meatloaf, and the vegetable night before last was sauteed zucchini and squash.
Ooh.
And she made a side salad with it last night because we had leftovers. She's doing spaghetti tomorrow night. So I'll have spaghetti squash. They'll have noodles, and then I'll have leftovers the next day, and then what she say steak Friday night because we're gonna eat quesadillas with it Saturday and salads with it Sunday.
They have low carb or no carb spaghetti noodles.
Once you've eaten spaghetti squash, I think it tastes better.
I don't like spaghetti squash. I tried it one time and it was nasty. We ended up throwing it out and going out to eat.
I will tell you, this is my opinion. It's just my opinion. If you take the carbs out of anything, it becomes eating cardboard. What's the gluten free? Okay, it's eating cardboard. That's what you're doing. I can.
You don't need carbs. We're having wings tonight. I don't need no damn carbs.
I know, but I'm just saying, if you, stuff that normally would have carbs in it, if you take the carbs out or you take
Go to
the
go
gluten
to
out of it,
Go
it's
to
eating
Walmart and
cardboard.
get La Banderas tortillas. They're 3-0. Some of them have 0 up to 5 carbs. Tortilla. I promise you can't tell the difference.
They're
You can't.
good. They
Now
are.
I like the broccoli, not the broccoli, the cauliflower pizza.
I love my spaghetti squash.
Yeah, I like I like the pizzas that they use cauliflower crust on. I like those, and I'm not a big pizza eater, so
It
it's
depends on the cauliflower crust, how they make it.
I
Because
can't
some of them
stand
are just,
cauliflower. Yeah.
you don't like it. See, we got the cauliflower where they put it, it looks like, I don't even know, rice. They call it rice cauliflower. Now you have to put it with like, you have to season it. Otherwise it doesn't taste good. But that's pretty good.
Like for breakfast, I'm having cheese toast, but I'm making chaffles, and then when I make the chaffles, I will put cheese on them and put them in the air fryer to melt the cheese. So,
What are chaffles? I've never heard of that.
oh my god, they are. So there's hundreds of recipes, but the ones that I'll make this morning will be cheddar, half a cup of cheddar cheese and 2 eggs, and you mix them together and put them in a waffle maker, and they look like waffles, but so they're cheese waffles.
Huh.
So yesterday I was playing with them, and I added some bacon flavor seasoning and some everything but the bagel seasoning. So it really tasted like then you can't taste the egg. It really tasted like cheese toast. That was we're doing that when I get we're doing. But I've made pizzas on those where you make them and you put the pizza sauce in them with the eggs and make them. It's because there's becomes no carbs and you got something fairly quickly to eat. But look them up on YouTube. They're all over YouTube. It's called a chaffle.
Have you ever made cloud bread?
Yes.
That's amazing. That is such, I mean, it's weird that it turns into a bread like consistency.
But that's the chaffle does the same thing. You go, how the hell does this turn out to be? And but then so many people have used like almond flour and coconut flour, and there's so many different recipes with using like cocoa powder to make it sweeter. And then you can make it with cream cheese.
Ooh, that'd be good.
So one of my favorite ones is eggs, cream cheese, and blueberries, and make it like it's blueberry. And then I put the more cream cheese on top of it when it comes out. When you need something sweet to eat.
How do you spell that? Chaffle.
Waffle with CH instead of a W.
Okay.
And then you need to get you a stuffler.
Oh yeah.
What the heck is that?
So they came out with a waffle maker that's called a stuffler, and you put the base on it, and then you put your ingredients in it, and then you fill it back up with the top.
Oh,
and flip it over, and it cooks it. So it's got it's a stuffed waffle.
Oh, jeez.
But you use the chaffle to make the waffle,
and that way you have no carbs. So I've made them with like there'll be a waffle. It'll be about that thick, and it'll have like it has 4 quadrants. So I've put cheese in them. I've put all kinds of. I've put pepperoni in them. I've done all kinds of craziness in those.
Throw a hamburger, already cooked hamburger patty into it.
I've done the hamburger patty. I've done hot dogs because I used the more. I made a recipe that had. I found somebody who made a keto corn dog, and I'm like, I'm making stuffed corn dog.
That sounds good.
Yeah, but there's a couple of channels that I watch a lot. The Keto Twins. Those 2 young ladies have lost, I think 80 or 90 apiece, and they try a lot of recipes. And then the big channel with a lot of chaffles that you can see, Serious Keto. Steve does a real nice job. He's got a great channel.
I'm trying to find out what Mr. Sadie and.
Can somebody please ban John Jones? We don't need any of that kind of negativity this morning.
I like turkey pepperoni too.
Oh, he's cussing. Is he talking about turkey pepperoni?
Next, he's gonna say something about turkey bacon, and then John, it's over for you.
Yeah.
but it's a lot of it. It's just the way. A lot of it's just changing the way you do things. And so Joni wanted. She made tacos the other night, and so I decided I was gonna have a taco salad. So when I was at Walmart, I picked some of the Quest chips,
Mm-hmm.
and then so I opened a bag of Quest chips. We have like 4 carbs, and then I put. I
Yeah.
had those. I had those, and I had the ones in the purple bag, the nacho.
Yeah, the
So
like
you put
Doritos.
you put lettuce, you put cheese, you put the salad stuff on it, you put cheese, you put sour cream, and you've got a taco salad with chips that's got 7 or 8 grams of carbs. I mean, or if I wanted the tacos, I would have just eat the low carb tortillas. I'd have made a burrito, or I'd have made the smaller. So I mean, it's just change. It just takes a little bit of tweaking to stay on keto.
What do you feed Jacob when she cooks? He eats what y'all eat, or he goes hungry.
He's 25 years old. He pick his own shit. So he last 2 weeks ago he did. Johnny had been messing with him so much. He made some keto bread for me. He also made keto pizza crust. The last time they made pizza, homemade pizza. Uh, yeah, no, Jacob's he's Mr. Chef. He makes whatever he wants to. But no, if Johnny like last night we had meatloaf. He had meatloaf with us.
The meatloaf has bread in it, crackers or bread,
Not if you.
unless you make it without.
Johnny tweaked it for something. I forget which.
Mm.
She's very good at altering a recipe so that it's normal for them and separate from me without having too much more work.
Good morning, Glenn.
Hey, Glenn.
And a lot of it is just picking the vegetables because the main meat or whatever of a dinner is not that much different.
You're right.
We eat a lot of squash and zucchini. Every now and then she tricks me in the ram rice cauliflower. A lot of side salads.
Now I like some cauliflower rice, fried rice.
I
if
like
you
that too. It's good.
Okay, so Victoria, do you like Chick-fil-A sauce?
Yeah.
So who is it? Who's the guy who makes the sauces that are sugar free in Walmart?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Um,
I can't
they've
remember.
they've got one that's a copy of that, but no sugar. You can't tell the difference. Holy crap!
Really?
Where it's got
What'd
like
you call
one.
it? He has a
I've got it.
young sauce too that's sugar free.
Are you on
Yeah,
my
I'm gonna go take a
keyboard?
picture of the bottle. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Wait a minute. I got to get my cat off my keyboard because every time I touch my mouth, my screen zooms in or zooms out. Well, y'all better, since Scott's away, y'all better start learning how to eat vegetables because everything's going to be vegetable based. You won't be
I
eating.
love vegetables.
Well, see, I was raised. My mom would fix like fried chicken or pork chops
Mm.
or something, meatloaf, that kind of thing, and then we had 3 or 4 sides on it that was vegetables.
Oh wow.
I mean, that's the way it always was: beans, squash, cucumbers, eggplant. One year, my dad got carried away. The first year he planted zucchini, he got carried away. We ate zucchini for everything because he planted so many. He planted like 10 hills,
Oh my
which
gosh.
when you're talking about squash is not much, but zucchini is like cucumbers where it runs and it has lots of. So we
Lots
had
of zucchini on one plant.
Yeah, we ate a lot of zucchini, fried, not stewed, because none of us was good on stewed. But
Did you ever eat it over this? Well, you'd have it's stewed, but did you ever eat it over rice?
no,
Oh, that's pretty good. Stewed zucchini over rice.
I
Fried
like
zucchini is so good.
making stuffed zucchinis. You cut one in half, cut out the inside of it, and then put
Oh,
like I basically put like chicken salad into it,
ooh, I've never had it like that.
and then
Have you
put
ever had them pickled?
Yeah, my mom made some,
Oh, they're so good pickled. So good.
but I mean, I grew up on vegetables. I did to the point that I don't have to have meat every meal. Like at
Mhm.
dinner, it can just be vegetables. But
Well, you just have beans. That'll give you your protein. Beans and vegetables.
yeah. Um, have y'all noticed? Speaking of that, have y'all noticed your shelves lately? grocery store shelves, of, like for rice and dry beans and things like that. Any of vegetables, like they're not as full as they used to be.
Hmm.
Ours around here are not as full as they used to be.
The actual containers that you buy.
Yeah, when you look at the shelf, it might still have two frontings, but they're only two deep, whereas before they would be all the way to the back.
Yeah.
And they're also, they're spreading out the frontings just to make it look like the shelves are full. And I was asking the grocery manager at the store I shop at, and he's like, "No." I said, "Did your truck not come in? Because I noticed a lot of empty shelves." And he said, "No, we just not getting a lot of stuff."
Is Jay Hughes famous fucking
G
uh,
Hughes.
Jay Hughes, whatever.
Famous Cluckin'. Okay, I haven't seen that one yet.
And that's
I
supposed to be a
saw it on
knockoff of
TikTok.
something.
I saw it's Chick-fil-A sauce.
Oh,
I saw it on TikTok, and they're like, "Oh, this tastes just like it." I'm like, "Yeah, right." So I bought a bottle. They're right. And so the one thing too that's helped me a lot is sauces and stuff have a lot of hidden carbs that you don't think about. So I portion them in these things, and so if I'm dipping or whatever, I don't get too much. Or if I'm making whatever, these little cups help keep, because it's hard. If you're used to just emptying a bottle, how do you know how much you've had? So, but yeah, that right there, 1 gram per 2 tablespoons of carbs. It tastes just like Chick-fil-A sauce.
Those little cups you've got, are those 1 ounce cups? 2 ounce?
Um,
I
you can
can't
see
see
it.
it.
I don't help that.
That's all right.
we take your word for
I
it.
believe you. I believe you.
Yeah, but that
It's a
G,
case
most
where
of G Hughes stuff is pretty good.
the what?
Most of the G Hughes stuff is pretty good.
Yeah. They make no, he just makes sauces. He doesn't make salad dressings, does he? Just sauces. I've had some his barbecue sauce is pretty good. I think it was barbecue sauce that we
Yeah,
had. I think I've
but
got some of his products in my cabinet right now.
it's amazing. It's just very it's just slight changes that really can change. You know, by if you can't give up ketchup, which I've given up ketchup. By the go look at the contents of the no sugar added versus the regular. You'll be shocked how much sugar
We
it's.
use no sugar added ketchup. It doesn't taste bad at all.
Um, yeah, it's buying the right tortillas. It's for a snack. The Quest chips are very very good. It's about. But if you're on keto, I'm never hungry. I'll eat 2 meals a day. I don't hardly ever snack.
Well, you know what? If I would probably waste away to nothing if I could take a week and do nothing but play a couple of computer games that I've got, because when I'm playing them, I'm not thinking about eating, and I will, or drinking or any of
You
that
gotta
kind of stuff.
you gotta move around. You gotta move around. Shit.
I I would probably lose 50 pounds in a week because I just wouldn't eat because I wouldn't think.
That would not be good. 50 pounds in a week.
Um, peddling profits said to he was asking about starting canning and dehydrating. My wife wants not a dehydrator. It's like it dries it out.
Yeah,
But it's
that's a
not.
dehydrator.
No, that's not it. It's something else. Uh, damn it.
Like a freeze dryer.
Freeze dryer. That's it.
Oh, okay.
She wants a freeze dryer. Them damn things are expensive.
They're like 3 grand.
Yeah,
Christmas. Oh, wow. It's like 5 Christmases.
yeah.
I think Johnny
Well,
ordered freeze dried Skittles from
Oh,
somewhere.
I
I
want.
did too, and they are.
Are they
I didn't
bad?
like them. Would you stop? I'm going to cover you up like I am covering your section up.
Uh, you know, because I've looked at like dry canning videos and that type of thing. I
You're
started getting
covered
all these
up.
other suggestions, and one of them was this show out. I think it was in Salt Lake City, and they had all this stuff, prepping stuff, and you can actually buy a machine that you can get the number 10 cans and seal your own, fix your own fit. Like fill it
Oh,
full of rice
wow.
put some oxygen absorbers into it, slap the can lid on it, and it fills
Slap
it
a
up.
kid. Slap a kid.
Slap a lid.
So what have we
Slap a
learned
lid
today?
on it.
Scout, we've learned today.
Slap a lid. I need to.
Scoutmaster and slap a kid.
Slap. Do they sell the kids too?
Yeah, they sell the kids too. Put a lid on it. And I told her it's like $1,600. I said, Roberta, we just have to advertise. We know other people. Tell other people we got it. They just need to buy the damn number 10 cans.
The other people got you, but you have to provide your own kid.
Yeah, you have to use your own cans. I'm not, but bring your own food, bring your own cans, and you can use the machine.
That was so funny.
Slap a kid.
My dad had a dehydrator, and he made jerky. That's what he did with his dehydrator. He made jerky with it.
Oh,
John
jerky
Joe's
is
most
so
kids
good.
cream ever.
Sorry, kid. Oh, okay. Sweet potatoes. I like sweet potatoes. I like them baked.
I
Yeah,
didn't used to like sweet potatoes, but I do now. But I do not like sweet potato fries. Ugh.
Well, if Scott's president keeps on the way it's going, people are going to learn to eat stuff that they don't like to eat because they're going to be eating beans and rice, and they don't like beans or rice. They're going to because there's nothing else left.
You're not gonna get beans and rice. You're gonna have insect.
Pardon me?
Listen, in the next, there's a lot of people who think in the next 8 to 12 months, there's not going to be an election, and a lot of y'all are not going to be here.
Peddling profit. We get ours from Firehouse Subs.
They think there's something in those boosters and stuff. The more you got, the more successful you are. Whatever the next bug they're going to put out is.
I get it now. Ew. Ew. No bugs. No bugs.
But yeah, if you have a Firehouse Sub, they have buckets you can buy, and they're like $3.
Fries are the only thing I miss on keto. I miss fries.
I bet they have something out there that's like fries.
Yeah.
It tastes like fries.
Okay, you can take a what are those called? They're a radish.
Joni,
and they're
Joni tried those Joni had those with meatloaf, not with leftovers because they were nasty. They didn't make it leftover.
Wait
Even my wife wouldn't eat them.
Did you boil them?
She did all that, yeah.
And you put butter on them, and I couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah. Maybe she did it wrong.
I couldn't tell the difference. We boiled them, and then we put butter and sour cream and salt and pepper. They were good.
I'll tell them right now.
Yeah.
Victoria
I like sweet potato fries as a dessert.
Stop it! Do that to me. What? No! I did not say that.
Tell her to come on she can come into my show and talk to her.
That was yesterday. Not only do they make a path, now they they lay on the path.
Is that between your office and the
back patio? Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Joanna, bless your heart, she is the worker ant.
They're still laying on it just together now.
Yeah. She has been canning apples and everything else. She's getting ready for winter. Because she lives where it's cold.
Todd, you need to eat more. Gwen's not feeding you because he's got.
Yeah.
You have a lot of Halloween stuff to list today. Wow, I didn't.
I know I actually forgot this all was in my death pile. I should have listed it last month.
You need to get it out today.
You have multiples of some of the stuff?
No, it's pretty much one off.
See, it's easier to list multiple.
They all got most of them have brand new tags. So.
Nice.
Our Walmart's starting to put out Christmas stuff.
Yeah, they put out Christmas stuff before Halloween.
Well, you know why? Because it's already, and I know this because when I was doing merchandising, I talked to the manager, and I said, "What's with the?" Because she moved my pool stuff. Because if you go into Walmart, they have a big pool section. And
they were not good.
So,
I did not say that you could not cook.
Oh, I know you didn't say that I couldn't.
That's exactly what she said.
Did you add butter and sour cream and all the stuff that you would add like to a potato?
No,
she didn't
I roasted them.
Oh no, you have to boil them. Boil the snot out of them until they're nice and soft, and then put all the stuff that you would on a potato. They are so, I couldn't tell the difference. They're so good.
So basically make them like smashed potatoes.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I'll try them that way, but you have to boil the absolute snot out of them.
Yeah, you have to boil them until they're real, like you put a fork in them and it just goes
So they
right
have
through.
absolutely no nutritional value left in them.
Can we have a different term?
So basically, they're not even radishes anymore. It's just sour cream and butter and...
That's true. That's true. But they're still keto.
At least there's no snot. Because you boiled that out of them.
Joni knows not to listen to anything that Scott says.
You're right. All right.
But they, back to the Christmas thing, they have Walmart starts getting Christmas stuff in August.
Come on, kids.
And so they run out of room.
Come here, big girl.
As soon as they can start by contract, they can start taking the pool stuff off the shelves. They start moving it to its own little area, and then they start loading up the Halloween with Christmas stuff.
I'm Daddy's best friend. I'm Daddy's best friend.
But he bitches about him all the time.
So cute.
But then again,
okay, Phoebe, cookie.
I fuss about her all the time, but she's always right here with me. Because you're my baby girl, aren't you? Because I don't have any daughters, so she's my baby girl.
She'll go.
Anissa, I've heard that. One like margarine is like one molecule away from plastic. I've heard that.
Oh my god, yeah, no margarine for sure.
Mm-hmm.
We don't use margarine in my house.
We don't either. We use real butter. It's
Well, I was listening to one of the TV doctors, and he said, as far as sugar goes, you're better off just if you got to have the sweet, then use sugar, because that fake stuff is far worse than any of the sugars, side effects.
I've started using what's it called? I'm gonna have to go get it. I've started using it in my coffee.
Is it the yellow pack, pink pack, blue pack?
No, it's something. Here, let me go get it. I'll be right back. I can't remember what it's called. It's supposed to be better though than the other sweeteners.
I like just walking by my sugar bowl, wetting my finger, sticking it down in that sugar bowl.
Yeah.
That's the reason I'm as fat as I am too.
You're destined to be a diabetic.
Yeah. But you know what? That's one thing. My sugar levels are always really good until I start putting on a lot of weight.
Monk fruit, yeah. That's supposed to be.
But it's so expensive. I got 80 packs, and this was like $7. It's like they want an arm and a leg to buy it. It's so expensive.
Well, plant you some monk fruit.
Happy.
Joanna?
My tail is up there.
Lucky. They're talking about you. She says, there's the finger. There's a lot of things out there people could be eating that they
I'm
don't
trying to
eat.
figure out what chaffles to eat today.
But you know what? People don't eat right, and I'm just as bad as the rest of them. Before we had kids, we were always picking up dinner on the way home, not cooking. That's the reason there's so many daggum fast food joints. And we're proud to say that we help people like Scott be able to pay the rent. Because if you didn't know, Scott used to manage fast food restaurants.
Oh, yeah, I knew he managed a restaurant, but I didn't realize it was fast food.
Did you manage anything other than fast foods, Scott? I didn't think you were Ruth Chris or any of that kind of stuff. But now people are not shot. One of the reasons they said that some of the restaurants in town or the fast food joints are closing down because we don't need 25 McDonald's and we only have 20 now is because people are not eating out as much. And food is
That's a lot of we don't hardly ever eat out. Like I'll eat out tonight. I mean, I say that number. I mean, it's Tuesday night wings. And I think Harlan and I did Friday lunch wings. That's all I ate out last week. I ate out 2 meals last week.
you going to Hooters?
No, tailgaters.
We don't eat out as much as we did when the kids were growing up.
Hooters
But-
wings are breaded, so they've got carbs on them. They're not good.
Well, Hooters wings are not good. I mean, the food. Okay, the Hooters food to me is not good. It's not worth the money, and the girls now is not as pretty as they used to be when they first came out. Maybe it's because I'm now 65 instead of 35, but
No, I don't think that's it. They're yeah. The Hooters standards has changed, but the last time I was I used to do these shops where you'd go in, you were a mystery
Right.
shopper. So we
Right.
would go to Hooters a lot because you had to. They were one of the ones that hired us. Anyway, they have the best. I don't know if they still have it, but they have the best. It was a shrimp it was a deep fried shrimp, and it was like hot. It
right.
was so good. I can't remember what it was so good, but yeah.
I used to do that too, and I like doing it because
Did you?
we ate at a lot of restaurants we'd never eat at.
You know what we had to do at Hooters? I don't know if you ever did a Hooters, but we had to count their light bulbs that were blown out. We had to tell them how many light bulbs were blown out of the because they have all those, or at least they used to. They had all those light bulbs all the way around.
So this is a fact from working all these years. When you walk into a restaurant, if you look up at the ceiling, if they take care of the ceiling, the rest of the store is clean.
Huh. I would have never thought of that.
Did you ever do any like theater checks or any of that kind of stuff?
No.
No, that was a lot of fun. I saw a lot of movies, even the movies
Oh,
I didn't.
really?
I saw Six in the City movie the weekend it opened up
Wow.
Wow.
because I had to do an audience reaction to the trailers that was playing, and I was standing, and I also had to count people going in to watch it. And this guy walks by me, and I'm standing there with my clipboard, writing down numbers on it, and he's like, "Is this any good?" I said, "Brother, why are you here? This is a chick movie." And I was still standing outside the door when he came out, and he said, "Oh, you're right. This is going to cost her."
Oh, that's funny.
But what was so funny about it was, people make fun of like when the Lord of the Rings movies come out, or Star Wars or Harry Potter, all the people dress up in character and go see it. There were girls coming in to see that movie that had on the heels and the makeup, and I mean they were just dressed to the T's, and it'd be like a whole covey of women coming in at one time. They
Wow.
were coming to see this thing, and then you'd see the first husband or the boyfriend or husband that was trying to make good on something. But those were a lot of fun because like I said, I would see movies, and one of the movies that I would have never seen, if it wasn't for that, and I'm glad I did, and it was about a boxing movie, and I can't remember what it's called.
Was the girl a boxer?
No, it was a guy,
Oh.
and
Rocky.
huh? No, it wasn't Rocky. It wasn't Rocky. Anyway, basically he was a boxer, and he ended up having a.
Three.
Rocky Four.
It wasn't
Rocky
any of the
Four.
Rocky movies.
They're making a new Rocky, aren't
Cinderella Man. Cinderella Man's what it was called.
they? Oh.
And he was it was really good. I enjoyed it. It had a really good story. I did not know Max Baer, who was Jethro to Bodine from Beverly Hillbillies. His dad was a professional boxer,
Oh.
and he killed people.
Creed.
No,
Aren't they making a new Rocky? Really? I mean, really? He's going to be in another one?
I don't know. Is he gonna come out in his walker?
I don't know. I don't don't think he's going to be Rocky, but
because there's a Saturday Night Live skit where it's the Rolling Stones. Mick Jagger comes out there. It's one of his characters dressed up as Mick Jagger. He comes out there with his walker,
oh jeez.
and the guitar player that they always talk about him being 150 years old. Anyway, they roll him out on a stretcher, and he's laying there playing his guitar. Fellas, it's time to hang it up. But really think about it. These guys were big in the '60s. That's been a long time, and they were in their 20s.
I'm telling you right now, when we're all long dead and gone, Keith Richards is going to be looking around talking about where did everybody go.
Now there is a meme of Keith Richards, and it's Mary and Joseph and the baby Jesus, the three wise men, and looking over the shoulders of the three wise men is him,
Oh,
Keith Richards.
jeez.
Oh Lord,
Raging Bull?
no, wasn't Raging Bull. It was Cinderella Man. That's a real good one if you can get it on Netflix or any of that kind of stuff.
Was there a piano in the movie?
No, there was no piano. That was the pianist. Or the piano. You're never going to let me live that down, are you?
Okay. Southpaw.
I thought that was a baseball movie. The Hurricane. Fenwick Island. Don't know Enid Tyson. But anyway, that was a good movie. And the only reason I saw it was because I was there doing an audience reaction.
There was going to be a
Cha-ching!
Rocky 7, but they're not doing it. They're not doing it. It's due to complications from franchise producer Irwin Winkler.
So
Winkler holds some of the rights to Rocky Balboa as a character, but he and Stallone's relationship has deteriorated over the years. So I guess there's not.
Well, they'll reboot it like they did Star Trek.
Yeah, but he doesn't have that much longer. They got to get it done now.
No, they'll come in with a new person to play Rocky.
Yeah,
They'll start off at Rocky 1 again with a new character.
What is the roll behind me? That is a toilet paper roll inside of my printer roll because otherwise it will not. It's too large. It won't go through. Yeah. Yeah, they probably will.
Because they're constantly rebooting everything now. Because these writers, they can't come up with a new
original idea. And so what do? They go on strike for more money.
Yeah. I'm serious. Netflix paid the Duke and Duchess of Sussex $100 million to come up with ideas and stuff like that for their network. I tell you what, Netflix, give me $50 million and I'll give you a dozen storylines within 48 hours. Because first of all, I just go down to the freaking library and start looking through books until I found some good story ideas.
You could take two stories and cross them, and you get a whole new story.
They just, they just need to go back and look at some books, some old books. Yeah, Victoria, Lord have mercy. I love her in the morning. Good morning. She's just so happy and chipper, and she's like little Mary Sunshine. Mm-hmm. She's our little drop of sunshine in the morning.
Anissa, this wasn't my idea. This was actually a friend of mine's idea on the morning show. But I thought it was a good idea.
Because of our good friend Scott, I've got like 4 boxes of big rolls of 4x6 stickers for my printer that I got from Better Bath and Beyond or whatever it's called.
Oh, when they were doing
when they were doing the clearance out.
They were $1 a roll. I might have 71.
They were like Yeah, like $1 a roll. And I got
Wow.
4 boxes of them.
The best stuff that I got was those rolls of foam. I love using that stuff. They were $2 a roll. I got 3 of them, so I've been shipping everything in that damn foam.
You got 71 rolls? Wow.
Yeah, but
You're set for life.
he'll burn through those things in a hurry because he sells a lot of stuff.
You think,
Damn.
well, yeah, but
Right.
71, that's going to last you at least a couple of years. I mean, how many labels are on a roll? Is it like huge rolls like that?
$4.50.
Oh. Well.
Joni is high maintenance. He has to make a lot of money to keep her up in the style she's used to be accustomed to.
I take a damn purse in there because I bought a Dooney and Burke purse at the yard sales, and I take it in there, and I'm like, "Is this real?" She looks at it, and she goes, "I know it's real because I have a blue one just like it inside." I'm like,
I'd be like, looks real to me. I mean, you're holding it, aren't you?
"Now I was mad that I had bought one full price."
Oh.
There was a guy at FlipCon that was sitting with me one time, and he was talking about he bought a Coach purse, and he took it in and was showing it to his wife, and he thought, "Oh man, I bought good," because it had everything on it that he was looking for. You know, the patterns matched up, everything was looking good. He said she looked at it and she said, "It's fake." And he said, "How do you know?" And she said, "Well, look at the thread in it. It's already frazzled." And he said he took it to the Coach place in Atlanta, and they said, "Yeah, it's fake. We don't use that kind of thread."
Well, that sucks.
Because it was twisted thread, but then the threads were starting to break apart. Most people don't care. Most people don't care. Back in the days when my wife and I and our best friends used to we'd go out to dinner on Friday night and then go walk around the mall. Chris and I would follow behind Roberta and Sandy, and we'd hear them saying, "Fake, fake, fake." And finally, Chris said, how can you look at a purse that fast and see whether it's fake or not?" She said, "That's not what we're talking about."
Oh, that's funny.
She's talking about her boobulas. I said, "Okay." I said, "If you say so, dears." Anyway, what the hell time is it? It's 10:37.
I
have
gotta get to
crap
work.
to do.
Is Roberta got to make a call?
No, she is actually at the office till tomorrow. And then Thursday and Friday she'll be home.
That's his usual excuse to get off here. Oh, Roberta's got to make a call.
No, she does. I would tell you what, she's on a phone call to one of their. She is not a manager, but everybody calls her because she's been doing this data so long that she knows usually what the problem is. She was on the phone with them at 10 o'clock last night trying to help them with a problem. So I said, you need when you talk to your to her manager, you need to say, this whole going to the office. Apparently I'm on call 24/7, so I don't need to go back to the office because I'm not going to the office at 11 o'clock at night and help people figure out problems. She said she might have to throw that at her because she's the only. I said, "How's things going at the office?" She says, "I'm the only one here." And I said, "I'm sorry." So anyway, I love her. What do you come? What do you?
Dadgum Todd.
If she has a seizure now, Todd, if she's not going to sue me, she's going to sue you.
All right, I gotta go.
Does anybody got final words? Anybody got any reselling tips or anything like that?
Just a tip.
Just
reselling
Todd,
tips.
you and your skeleton porn has really got to stop.
Oh
all right. Thank y'all for joining in. Look for Scott tomorrow. The radical the radical picker.
Did you almost call him the radical peeper?
Yeah, the radical picker. Also known as the bearded picker. Be sure to check his show out tomorrow because I know there won't be. He's so serious on this show. He comes on my show and talks shit and tries to get it taken down.
He talks shit on his show. What are you saying?
Now, last week I was pretty serious. I went a whole show without saying anything.
Yeah, he was.
Tomorrow,
Yeah.
maybe not so much.
And honestly, he hasn't got too political on this one today. So anyway, thanks for joining us. Look for Scott tomorrow. We'll see you on Thursday back on my show.
What
Friday
about Victoria? What about Victoria tomorrow?
Friday on Todd's. And Victoria, you have yours every morning at 7:30?
Bye.
7:30. No, 8.
8. So check out Victoria, especially if
Goodbye.
you need it. Bye. Especially if you need your pick me up in the morning, because she is so chipper. All right, bye guys.
For showing up.